Well, the Middle Tennessee sports teams all had impressive weekends, and our sports reporter Brian Walsh will give you the rundown.
Well, baseball season is over, and that means that football's in full swing. The high school football playoffs started this weekend and went pretty well for Murfreesboro teams. Blackman and Oakland both escaped with a win, and Riverdale absolutely destroyed Coffee County 48-0. Next weekend, Oakland will travel to Cookeville, while Riverdale and Blackman will have a second-round showdown right here in the borough. It was also a pretty good weekend in Blue Raider country as MTSU's football team became bowl eligible after a 48-21 win over Florida International. They were led to victory by quarterback Dwight Dasher, who picked up 178 yards on the ground, including this 70-yard touchdown run less than 4 minutes into the game. He also added 182 yards through the air, connecting with wide receivers Patrick Honeycutt and Sancho McDonald for touchdowns. The Blue Raiders even dialed up a little bit of trickery when Desmond G took the handoff and then passed back across the field to Dasher, who scampered all the way in for the score. D.D. Kyles also rushed for over 100 yards, and Cunningham added another touchdown just for good measure. MTSU will face off against Louisiana Lafayette next weekend right here at home. And football wasn't the only sport being played on campus this weekend, as the Middle Tennessee volleyball team finished up their home schedule. Friday night was senior night, and the Blue Raiders cruised to a 3-0 victory over Florida Atlantic. But Saturday was another story, however, as they faced off against Sunbelt Division leader Florida International. Despite the strong play of Ashley Mead and Stacy Oladini, the Raiders fell 3-1. The team will travel to Alabama next weekend and finish their regular season against South Alabama and Troy. And MTSU fans, don't forget about your chance to catch a preview of Blue Raider basketball tonight. The women take on Lincoln Memorial at 5:30, and the men round out the exhibition doubleheader at 7:30 against North Alabama. Well, outside of the Sun Belt, it was a pretty big weekend in the SEC. The Vols handled Memphis easily, and #1 Florida stayed perfect against Vanderbilt. The big matchup of the week, however, went in favor of Alabama as they topped LSU 24-15. That Bama win sets up an exciting SEC championship game between the two unbeatens later on this season. Moving to the NFL, it seems like lightning has struck twice for the Titans, who won again this week, 34-27 over San Francisco. Vince Young was at the helm again for the Titans and put them on the board early with a 7-yard touchdown run. The Niners kept it a close game as Alex Smith escaped from tacklers and then manages to find Jason Hill in the back of the end zone. Later on in the game, down 20-17 in the fourth quarter, the Titans responded with a quick pitch that Chris Johnson turned into a touchdown. But with time running out, San Francisco was marching down the field until this tip pass was intercepted by Cortland Finnegan and then returned 39 yards all the way for a touchdown, sealing the win for the Titans. Those same Titans will look to keep it going next week against the 4-9 Buffalo Bills. Well, that's your News 3 White Team Sports Update. Courtney?